So, good day everyone. Today, I'm going to discuss about the characteristics of effective and efficient instructional tools. So, but before that, let's have to read our objectives. So, at the end of the lesson, the student should be able to identify the meaning of instructional tools, enumerate the characteristics of instructional tools, and the last one is appreciate the importance of instructional tools as guiders of learner. So, so we're going to discuss about the characteristics effective and efficient instructional tool. It's talk about in how the teacher use in instructional tools when they teach for today's lesson. So, in characteristics, simply using in technology is not enough to learn in language. An effective and ICT-based instructional materials is well-planned and well-designed one. This means that the preparation of IMS must be planned very well and must be ensured they are developed to meet the learning objective of the language class. So, of course, if you have if if we have to tackle discussions of our students, we need to we need to you plan very well so that you have to plan what you're going to teach, what you share to your students, so that is why uh, you meet your goals of your objective. So, in the characteristics and efficient tools, uh, the follow the following characteristic instructional tools are effective. There are six characteristics. What are those? The first one we have and activity, in enhance instructional effectiveness. The second one, promote active learning, develops critical thinking, accommodate differentiated instruction, motivation, and the last one is multisensory. So the first one in the characteristic of instructional tools is the enhance, yes, enhance instructional effectiveness. So the instructional materials must be able to facilitate the increase of students' achievement in language classes. Through the instructional materials, all students, including those with special learning needs, and the students' needs will be benefited and will be helped to demonstrate and the intended learning outcomes of their language courses. With the use of technological tools, students' progress is monitored and acted upon by the concerned individuals like the teachers, the parents, and the school as whole. So, in this enhanced instructional effectiveness, as a teacher, you need to guide your students, especially those students who are very difficult to understand. So we are here to guide them, to teach them, so that student can know how to operate that one. For example, if the student how the student they don't know how to you know uh, to use in Canva, for example, the Canva. So you have to guide them how to use that app so that the student will know how to use that. And the second one, we have promote active learning. So promote active learning instructional materials are expected to help to promote the active learning through use of interactive technological tools. Learning interest is stimulated and the student focus in is directed by these students and teacher will be highly engaged in the learning process. So the International Society of the Technology in Education, or as piece cited by Barr in 2000, give the following description of learning environment that use interactive. So here, in promotes active learning, we have traditional learning with uh, new learning environment. So in traditional learning, a teacher, so in in if we have to back in arrow in the time teachers in the old curriculum. So in the old curriculum, teachers teachers only talk, so only teachers can talk, can teach, can demonstrate, so can share the ideas. So in traditional, the teachers are the centered instruction. So like to single sense stimulation, single pass progression, so in single media. So in this traditional learning, teachers are the center here in the classroom. So the students there is to see it and to listen to what the teacher teach. So in the new learning, since we have a new curriculum, so that's uh, now we student centered learning now. So students can can share their ideas, they can talk, they can present their what they in mind. So it's all about the it's promote so that the students they are active learning. So in the third one, develops critical thinking. So develops critical thinking, technological tools, and instructional materials must be designed and implemented in such a way that they help develop critical thinking skills among the learners. According to Baron, 2000, the instructor and use of technology can promote higher thinking skills. So they further stated that some technological tools designed to encouragement problem solving. So in this character, so as a teacher, you have to you have to develop their critical thinkings. You give them a task to your students so that they can solve what your questions to your students. So that they promote their higher level thinking skills. Yes, if you give them you know uh, the activity that they can their mind gonna be uh, what we call this one kanang maging be responsible to their tasks. So in the first one, accommodate differentiate instruction. So students have diverse background and have diverse diverse intelligence and learning styles. So they learn in different ways. They express their thoughts and ideas also differently. Consequently, instructional materials and tools must be helped to the teachers to facilitate her class considering in the different profiles of students. There must be only opportunity for individualized and independent learning to collaborate and collaborative and cooperative learning process. So, in accommodate differentiate instruction, so as we all know, and students have different background, right? Uh, some students are intelligent, some of students are not. So the teacher you must go to do is to give them a task report. For example, you're going to the group activity, so you have to group them so that they can all over to collaborate their ideas, their thoughts, so that they can share what they are their capabilities, so that you as a teacher you can you notice who's your students are quickly to understand your question. So you have to group them to give them a task to so that uh, you can be identify what they are, and also they know how to independent learning. So in the fifth one, we have motivating. So the use of instructional materials is a big help for a teacher to facilitate the teaching learning process. The use materials is expected to motivate the students to pay attention and actively participate with ubiquity and variety of educational tools available to the language teachers, selecting the most appropriate and best format every critical stimulate learning motivation. So, as a teacher, you have to motivate your students to, to pay your attention of your into your class. So, how you motivate your students? For example, if your students asking for help too, and the student uh, one of your students uh, they one of your students it's hard to to use that uh how to how to use that app. So as a teacher, you have to motivate, and then you have to give them an attention. You have to guide. So your student can motivate to your class to participate next in your class. So in the next one, we have is multisensory. So multisensory, one of the biggest challenges among the teachers to prepare for instructional materials that are multisensory. With the advanced technology developed and very good programmers, multimedia are available that allows teachers just to learn how to use the maximum in teaching of their lessons. So, in multisensory, so teachers must be prepared what what to what teacher must be prepared to what the student to what teachers need to share uh, their what they call this the topic. So as a teacher, you have to be prepared. Your instructional tools. You have to so that your student will develop of uh of their excellence in technology. So sorry. So that's the characteristics of characteristics of instructional tools and effective in the classroom. And and later on I'll give you the quiz. That's it. Thank you.